Well, you got the wrong one.
I don't think so. Like, I guess
Yeah, we were also scooted down.
But that would just mean that I was sitting directly under it.
Hi friends, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. For your safety, we are going to ask that everyone please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside of the train at all times. The parents, please supervise your children by making sure our smaller passengers are seated away from the train opening. Our next stop is New Orleans Station.
Last time that I went into Ulta, I was go buy like some lipstick because I really wanted like burgundy lipstick that could start.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station, but to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there, literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails.
20 or 25 for the kit and like 20 was for the lipstick, so I'm like, it's totally worth it, you know? And so like I went and I bought it.
Just ahead is New Orleans Square Station. This station also serves Frontierland and Critter Country.
He was just like,
If you'll be leaving us here, please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Then watch your step as you're getting off. For those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is New Orleans Square Station. New Orleans Square.
I wasn't expecting
Train comes to a full complete stop and you'll get out. Please remain seated. Please remember to gather all of your belongings. This will be your stop for attractions such as Splash Mountain, Haunted Mansion, and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Also, please be advised, this is going to be our last stop at New Orleans Station for the night, folks.
Wait, they just said this is the last stop.
I had a son, so telling me
For those who just started, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. For your safety, I am going to ask that everyone please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside of the train at all times. And parents, please keep an eye on your children. We are going to ask that our smaller passengers are seated away from any train opening. Our next stop is Mickey's Toontown Depot.
that's the buddy card. We'll go in.
To those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a las pequeñas. Gracias.
We're now entering Splash Mountain, rumored to be the location of the one and only Laugh-In Place. If you look real hard, you just might find it. It's where the critters are celebrating a zippity-doo-dah day. Speaking of critters, this place we're passing over is home to a whole bunch of them. Here in Critter Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Brer Rabbit, and Brer Bear on their fun-filled adventures.
Brer Bear. No, we go.
They're not even paying attention, they're just waiting. Brer Rabbit, Brer Bear.
Yeah. Just a bunch of
As we steam past Hungry Bear Restaurant, the last outpost in these parts, we're now joining up with the rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see.
We should have called it the other day. Oh, it is.
There is the revered Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams, and the stories that went with them, were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Oh, look, it's the Star Wars.
Oh, there you go.
I see. Did you see that? Yeah. Wow. Look at it. What did the fox say? Thanks. Daddy Bird.
This tunnel signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of gear, the ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, the cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Have fun, and say hi to Mickey and Minnie for me. Those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is Toontown Depot, Mickey's Toontown.
Alright friends, as we approach Toontown Depot, I am going to ask that everyone please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. Please remember to gather your belongings, and this will be your stop for attractions such as It's a Small World, the Teacups, and Matterhorn Bobsled. And just a reminder folks, this will be our last stop at Mickey's Toontown Depot for the night folks.
Stop at Tomorrowland, Main Street Station, and Frontierland. Last call.
Alright folks, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. For your safety, we do ask that everyone please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside of the train at all times. And parents, please keep an eye on your children. We're going to ask that our smaller passengers are seated away from the train opening. Our next stop is Tomorrowland Station.
Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal amigos y bienvenidos a bordo? Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain. We're now steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and, if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astroblasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
Alright folks, so until the train comes to a full and complete stop, I am going to ask that everyone please remain seated. Please remember to gather all of your belongings, and this is your stop for attractions such as Space Mountain, Star Tours, and Autopia. Once again, here's a reminder to our last stop at Tomorrowland Station.
It sounds just like it, and it smells like it. It sounds and smells just like it.
Once again, folks, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside of the train at all times. Parents, please keep an eye on your children by making sure our smaller passengers are seated away from train openings. As we venture forward into the tunnel, we do ask that everyone please refrain from any video, lighting, and or flash photography. Our next stop is Main Street Station.
Okay, I find out how to turn it on.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.